This woman was convicted 151 times, and today I will tell you her story. Julia Foley was born in 1864 in Rotherhithe, Surrey, to John Foley and Julia Sullivan. Her parents were from Ireland and had emigrated to England, where her father worked as a dock labourer. Her life got off to a difficult start as she lost her mother in 1870 when she was just 6 years old. Her father would have struggled raising the children on his own. Things would become more difficult for young Julia as her father died in 1878. She was now age 14 with no parents. In 1881 she was working as a domestic servant for the Beeston family in Camberwell. On November 17, 1884 she married Benjamin Slade at St John the Divine, Lambeth. At the time she was pregnant and gave birth to a son Benjamin in December 1884. Over the following years we find Julia and Benjamin in and out of St George the Saviour workhouse. The family were obviously struggling, and all was revealed in a newspaper report from 1901. It said, Julia Slade, charwoman, admitted at Suffolk Court she had been drunk and disorderly. The judge said, "You have been here a good many times, Julia. I think we ought to send you to an inebriate's home." Julia said, "I don't want to go to her house. I can get a good living outside. Fancy sending me to a home. At my time of life too. I would rather do something desperate rather than go." Judge said, "Very well, 1 month's imprisonment." Prisoner said, "That's all right." It was also revealed there was no vacancies in inebriates' homes for Protestants. The judge criticised the fact there were only homes for Roman Catholics. The judge said, "No miracle was worked when Julia Slade went to prison. She is there now, and no angels unlocked the prison doors. She is a drunken charwoman. A very unpleasant person, no doubt. The prison warders probably know her and perhaps are kind to her. She does not know she is one of the insoluble problems of the age, the mystery that neither preacher or politician can explain." In 1903, she was again in trouble for being drunk and disorderly, and this time she was sentenced to 3 years at an inebriate's home. In 1928, she was fined 10 shillings for being drunk and disorderly. The assistant jailer said this was her 10th appearance this year alone. Later in the year, she was again before the courts. She was now age 71. She said, "It's no good, I can't stay away from the drink." When for the 64th time since 1914, she was charged with drunkenness. In court, she said, "Look here, sir, I am sick and tired of my life." The assistant jailer said she went to a convent in 1923, but she didn't stop there very long. She was fined 10 shillings. In 1929, she made her 80th appearance before the courts. She said, "It is only for a drop of drink. I can't stand it. I ought not to touch it at all." The judge said, "If I deal lenient with you, do you promise not to touch it again?" She was given another chance and ordered to be discharged. In 1932, she was convicted for the 151st time. On being convicted, she said, "God bless you." She passed away in 1933 and was buried in Suffolk on the 17th of November. So rest in peace, you will be remembered.